Hi, everyone. Welcome to tonight's continuing education. I'm excited to jump into our first round of winter training. It's going to be a little bit different this time around. It's going to be different than last time. I know those of you who are with my first education series were able to see we had some really hefty content. And as much as I loved teaching all of you about that, we're doing this a little bit lighter this time around. I'm going to be going through some of the similar topics, but a lot more abbreviated. But one of the things I wanted to point out, which is actually really cool, is we will be opening up the end of these trainings because we're going to keep them to a shorter limit. We're going to be opening these up for questions at the end, which is really what's so exciting as people are discovering how to use natural solutions for themselves. Oftentimes we have questions, whether it's about doTERRA and placing orders or about essential oils in general. So thank you for joining me and allowing me to be part of your training. Something I wanted to point out is a few of the housekeeping items. First of all, feel free, you can see Sally just was able to use the chat function there to introduce yourself. This is our first night. Use the chat box to say your name, where you're from, where you're joining us, and what are some of your favorite things about essential oils, or what are you hoping to learn from this week's series. Okay, so go ahead and feel free to put that in the chat function or the chat area as well. And then I want to, of course, introduce our moderator for tonight, Melissa Byrne, who was one of our silver leaders in doTERRA. She is going to be moderating the chat function tonight. So if you have questions or concerns or have other things that you want to talk and address, then Melissa is going to be actively answering that tonight. So without further ado, and I know I'm starting a few moments early, so I think I need to hold on for just a moment because I know I get a little bit of pushback when I start a little bit early. So we'll give a few more people a chance to come on in and be panelists in our webinar. Now, keep in mind, this is our first week. So if you do have friends that would like to be involved in our continuing education, please feel free to invite them. Those of you who are attending live or have registered will get a recording tomorrow and have an opportunity to listen to your favorite parts again, or if you had to step away to finish the recording. So it's cool to see a few of you on calling in. Welcome. I'll try to remember that you're not watching the presentation so that I can make sure that I'm talking to you on the phone. Okay, awesome. Now it's 7 o'clock and I think it's ready to go. I am excited about these next 8 weeks and I want to go over some of the topics that we will be covering. So again, it's a little bit different. You of course will be rewarded for attending all 8 weeks live, just like we did last time. So those are Monday nights, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 6 p.m. in Pacific, and I believe that is 9 p.m. in Eastern Time. Now each week, this week we are doing over what we call an overview. I have oils now what, and there is a handout that goes with every single week, which I'm really excited about because if those of you like me who are visual, it's fun to be able to print that out and have that with you. So if you weren't able to get that printout, it was text out to those who have registered and or emailed so that you have that each week. Tonight we of course are covering I have oils now what. So some of the other housekeeping items we want to make sure that we are noticing is that we have a Facebook education page. This is the Dripping Oils Facebook group, and there's an event for this particular continuing education series. This is where that you will mark your attendance. Zoom does create a record of those who are attending live, but for another act of accountability, we ask that you go to the Dripping Oils education group and mark your attendance. There'll be a poll there for each Monday night to say, hey, were you on here live? Awesome. Okay, let's get going. I am really excited to see so many of you on here live. This is really exciting for me. It's one of my very favorite nights. I love to teach people about essential oils. I'm going on my 10th year now with doTERRA, and it feels like I'm just getting started. I love to have, just even last night, and I think if Jeannie's on yet, I had a chance to talk to someone who's brand new to oils, and it's really exciting to see that they are going to have options to take care of themselves naturally. How many of you were frustrated with something in your health or your life that brought you to essential oils? So this is our handout. Okay, does anyone not have the handout for tonight's class? If not, please make sure you just put that in the chat function, and we will put that link up to the Google Drive where that handout is so that you can get that printed. So I began using essential oils 9 or 10 years ago, and I'd heard about them. In fact, I had an aunt who, bless her heart, did massage therapy, and she used oils, and that's really all that I thought they were for. I thought they were for use in massage, just to have an aromatic experience. And I didn't realize the emotional and the physical aspect that they could provide for myself and my health. And I was able to discover essential oils to help with my digestive healing. And I am still on that path because I'm a human that lives here on the earth. And I tell you, this last Christmas was havoc on me as I made bad choices, like many of us, right? How many of you had things that were delivered to your door that just went right down the chute, that we need to make sure that we take care of these bodies? But I was able to, through natural solutions, discover ways to take care of myself naturally for years of living in pain. And I'm sure I'll share with that story with you as these next few coming weeks as well. But for tonight, this is where we get to turn the mirror back on ourselves, okay? In these next few moments, and if you have this printed out, awesome. You've got an area to write this question I'm going to ask you, or if so, just grab a blank piece of paper. And I want you to write down 3 reasons you purchased doTERRA. Okay, so grab a pen, and I'm not going to play any fun music here. Okay, I want you to really think about what are the 3 reasons you purchased doTERRA. And those of you who are comfortable, please feel free to share that in the chat. What was it that prompted you to actually make the transaction and purchase those doTERRA products for you? One word comes to mind for me, and that is hope. Right? I'd given up hope that I could overcome my health challenge. Okay, I want to make sure that you all are able to use the chat function. Okay, there we go. Awesome. I didn't have it up there. Health. My mother-in-law was addicted to pain meds, right? Because these are real issues. I like that they're natural. Okay, this is you're not alone in this. Okay, and it's just a memory, a reminder of what is it that you purchased, and of course the frustrations about how do I use these products, right? How many of you got a kit and it sat on your shelf unused for several weeks because you were not sure how to use those products? So that's really what our continuing education series is meant for. It's meant for you to feel comfortable, to feel empowered, to be able to make choices for yourself and your family. So now the next part is I'd like you to take a few minutes, okay, to think of health goals or challenges that you have currently in your health that you are not addressing. And when I first started using oils, it would have been digestive, right? And guess what? Right now, that's not one of my top health concerns because I actually manage that digestion. But right now, one of the top health concerns that I'm looking into is detoxing. I want to make sure that I cleanse what I did over the holidays. Okay. So this is the part, since we're on, we're not live in a class, we're doing this online. Why I love this format, and just those of you who joined us late, we are going to, after we go through our content tonight, we're going to open up the panel for outside questions and actually be able to dig into what I call group coaching segments. Hopefully that's how most of these weeks will go, that we will make sure we have enough time. I want to make sure that we are going through the content as not as quickly as possible, but in a way that we can make sure that we're respecting your time. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you how we look up health challenges in our life. Who has seen this book? Jolynn, I am really excited that your husband had his gallbladder removed. I know there was a lot of things that you had been suffering, he had been suffering for a long time. So just talking to that a little bit. So this book, for those of you who are calling in and not on our webinar tonight, I'm holding up the Advanced Oil Magic book. The Advanced Oil Magic book is my very favorite reference book. In it, it has element protocols and treatments. And we don't often get that. We oftentimes get what I call reference or inference to, like, well, these can support your respiratory options, right? And this book allows us to live that empowered lifestyle. One of the my favorite apps, those of you who have an iPhone or a Google Android, is eoebooks.com. And that's another one that I can look up health ailments and challenges. And Melissa, if you want to put that in the chat function for people, that's another one that I think it's $7, and it's well worth every penny, because I, on the road or on a vacation, can look up, oh, someone's got, indigestion, and it will give me the answer for that. So this is the fun part where I would love to have someone share with us one of their health challenges or health goals for the new year's, and we're going to look it up together. So I'm going to show you how I discover answers for my own health. Okay. Sarah Hawks, awesome, shared migraines. And I know we've got Sally Ortiz on here tonight. And Sally, I'm going to go ahead and share what you shared with me last night. Sally is fairly new to the oil. She's been using them for about 4 or 5 months now. And in our conversation last night, Sally said, Sally, what has been the product that has been most life-changing for you? And she said, I don't know if Sally's on yet, but Long Life Vitality vitamins. That since she has started those Long Life Vitality supplements, she has had less migraines. Wow, so that is a testimonial right there. Sally's on, awesome, okay. So Sally, feel free to comment on some of the things that you are using to help with your migraines, but we are gonna look up in our book here, okay. I'm gonna look up migraines, okay. I'm looking up the migraine, okay, so it says apply 1 to 3 drops to forehead, temples, base of skull, back of neck, and bottoms of feet. Okay. Those of you, I know we don't have, first timers on here. Why are we putting the essential oils on our feet? Okay. There's reflexology points. There's large pores. They can get into our bloodstream very, very quick, right? Okay. So the oils that it's suggesting are tension blend, which is past tense, peppermint, frankincense, deep blue, and copaiba. And it's telling to use those both aromatically and topically. So when it's telling us aromatically, right, through our nose, through the diffuser, and topically is get those oils on your body. And then it also is telling me to go to a protocol on page 196. And those of you who don't have this book, reach out to the person who enrolled you or myself and say, how can I get that book? Especially if you're here locally, I do stock these books here in my home. So I'm looking here for migraines. And of course, it's telling me what a migraine is. And those of you who get migraines, I don't have to tell you what it is. What it's suggesting though is if you want to combat migraines, then it's suggested that you use these oils for a day to 3 months. Okay. Now, with essential oils, it's really important that even though we are treating ourselves naturally, unlike medicine, it's not a one-shot approach. Typically, we need to make sure that we're using the oils over a longer period of time. Particularly for migraines, it was telling us tension blend and helichrysum, which I know is fabulous for migraines. And we were to apply the roller blend, or apply a roller and a drop of helichrysum to forehead, neck, and temples at the early onset of discomfort. And then it's also suggesting we use the cellular complex, which is our DDR prime, rubbing 2 drops of the bottom of feet and to the spine twice daily. And then it also suggests frankincense, turmeric, and lavender, taking a drop of each of these in a capsule 2 times daily as needed, and our polyphenol complex, which is our deep blue internal complex. Take 2 capsules twice daily on an empty stomach. Okay, was that kind of a hefty protocol, right? If you get migraines and you are given what I call a map out, are you going to take that? Absolutely. So that's why it's really cool to know that you have ways to treat yourself naturally. And I want to make sure that you have the tools to do so. So most of you on this call have oils. So this is the next part where we get to review what do you already have, okay? And what are you not using? Maybe because you think you might not need them, or you're not sure how to use them. And we're going to cover these 4 areas today. And moment, I want you to mark up your paper. And of course, my friends, I can circle every single thing on this paper because I have it all. But we're going to jump into each one of these products and really help discover what supports your health goals. Okay. Again, the title of our presentation tonight is I Have Oils. Now what? So let's jump into our foundation. Foundational products are ones that I like to say, okay, these are the products that support us in our digestion and or our eating right. Okay, everything we eat either feeds or fights disease. In the case of the migraine or the case of the headache, no one ever got a headache because they were deficient in acetaminophen. Right? Our bodies are so powerful, and they are going to tell us what it needs by trying to give us these symptoms that trigger things, that we are deficient in certain vitamins or we're deficient in certain minerals. And so our body's going to try to tell us that something is wrong. So for a moment here, I want you to rate yourself. Okay. And I know it's January 5th or 6th, and it is not a time where I don't want you to rate yourself from last month. Okay. I want you to rate yourself generally on a scale of 1 to 10. How well do you eat right for your body? And guess what? We're human. We live on this earth. There are products to help and support us. And next week, we will jump into the nutritional benefits of our long life vitality, which is our vitamin, our minerals, our essential oil omegas, and our cellular complex. But this is the foundation of all of our health. It ends up being less than $2 a day. And those are vitamins that I take every day, and so does my family. Right? Now, Terrazyme is also listed here. Terrazyme is one of the very first products I discovered that really, really helped me with my digestion. This is something that helps clear up your skin, right? Does anyone know why oftentimes we get acne when we have tummy troubles? Can anyone share with me? Why would we get acne? Or like in my case, you can tell I'm itching at my arms because of my digestion right now and really detoxing. So if our chimneys, our natural chimneys, our liver, our kidneys are overburdened or overloaded, they will oftentimes move into releasing through our skin. Oftentimes adult onset of acne and or eczema is a result of overloaded liver and kidneys. So Terrazyme and or doing a detox, a natural detox, is a great way of helping support our digestion on a regular basis. Now, one thing I'm going to let you know is I think people are a little cautious when it comes to these supplements. Okay. I take 3 to 6 Terrazyme a day, and I'm not a very large person. Okay. So if I was a man, I'd probably be taking more. Now, you can't overdose on essential oils, but you really want to make sure that you know what's best for your body. So try it out. If one doesn't really make a big difference for you, you might need 2 Terrazyme to help with your digestion. And the same goes with both our pre and probiotic, our PB Assist. If that's something that you feel that you need to help build back in that good bacteria, then those are products that you're going to want to add to your arsenal or to help you support your health goals. Okay, and then the children's supplement. I actually really like our PB Assist Junior. It does better on my stomach than the PB Assist Plus. Again, knowing that I've got a lot of things to work on. Okay, so moving on, we are jumping into the exercise and weight management. I cannot tell you enough how many times people, when I'm personally coaching with them, will say, my number one concern is my weight. Okay, and we live in a world where things are given to us abundantly. We have things at our disposal. We don't have to go out and grow our fruits and vegetables. So we need to make sure that we are combating this particular area with products that help and support us. I really love the Slim and Sassy soft gels. It's part of our detox. I'm taking 4 of those, I think 2 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon right now through the detox process. And it helps give me natural energy. It helps with my digestion, and it helps support metabolism. One of the products that, one of the oils that are in Slim and Sassy is grapefruit. And I don't know if you know, but grapefruit oil will actually cross through the cell wall and to clear out the toxins from your fat cells. So you know how like when you lose fat, you actually don't ever lose your fat cells. You've heard this, right? Okay, that your fat cells can just decrease. So we can actually clear the toxins from those fat cells though by using essential oils because they cross through the cell wall because they're lipophilic. So Slim and Sassy is a great one to drink in a water bottle. It's a great one to put as a soft gel. The trim shakes are amazing. I love to make protein shakes with them and protein balls. But some of my very favorite products that I take on a daily basis are the turmeric and the copaiba. So the copaiba is a maximizer. It's an accelerator oil that we have that works on the inflammatory response. We will jump into copaiba and turmeric when we cover inflammation and pain the week that we do that. But it's really cool, and I need to share this with you. If you have taken a turmeric in the past, it's really hard to assimilate turmeric in either its powder herb form or in its oil form. It is best assimilated when combined. And the turmeric soft gel that we have, and it's not photoed here, actually has a dual chamber capsule that has the herb form encapsulated in an oil form, and so that it can release and be assimilated into our bodies more rapidly. So one thing I want to let you know is that exercise and weight has been known to cause health and happiness, right? But if you are so far back that the desire to even, and this is what I hear all the time. I know I just need to get to the gym. Okay. What if you can't even like put your head to the fact that you would want to go to the gym? Okay. We have to work on what I call the adrenal and our energy and our pain management so that we feel and have that desire and energy and the emotional support to get to the gym, right? Can I get an amen? Amen, right? So Mito 2 Max is an adaptogenic. It is really incredible to give you natural energy. It's for the 2 o'clock slump, and I like to partner my Mito 2 Max to support with my adrenal function with my Slim and Sassy. Okay, so can you see how there's some really cool products that maybe you didn't know that doTERRA had to support you with what I call empowerment healthcare? So let's talk about rest and managing stress. Was sleep one of those top 3 reasons, or a specific health goal or challenge that any of you had? Does anybody suffer with not being able to sleep? Okay, with the amount of products and caffeinated beverages and products that we consume as Americans throughout the day, are we surprised? that we have high levels of stress and are not able to get to sleep. Okay, so let's talk about, and again, circle. If you have these products, if you have lifelong vitality supplement, awesome. Maybe did you realize that those supplements could help you not just eat right, but with your weight management and possibly relieving stress in your life? Frankincense, balanced lavender, serenity, and or the adaptive oil soft gels. There's not a coincidence that I chose adaptive as the oil for this particular continuing education. Adaptive has been really powerful in my own journey. I do suffer from periods of anxiousness, and it's really exciting to know that I have an oil, okay, and this is the adaptive touch that those of you who attend these 8-week series live will be able to get for free as a gift from participating and investing in your health. Adaptive comes in a soft gel form and then also an oil form. You can see at the bottom of the page. Adaptive is an incredible blend of oils to help with the GABA receptors, okay? And if you want to jump into studying what that means and how that can support someone who needs a calming blend, someone who might be overactive or high stress, there are incredible studies that are happening with adaptive. And why don't you be your own guinea pig and say, you know what, on my loyalty rewards order this month, I'm going to try adaptive and see, because if you suffer, if one of those things for your health challenges is, you know what, I have high stress in my life, then adaptive is going to be a great one for you. Adaptive soft gels partnered with Serenity soft gels have been knocking people out, right? For sleep and calming them. Each morning I wake up, I put frankincense on the roof of my mouth and balance oil on the insides of my wrists. And that is part of my daily health routine. And of course, we have oils to support us on an emotional level. And we will actually go through that as we move into our next few weeks here. The fourth area that I want to talk about that hopefully will help you in supporting your health goals are the ability to reduce toxic load. What I'm talking about when I'm talking about reducing toxic load are the accumulation of toxins that we have in both our body and mind and system that accelerate aging. Did you know there was a study once done of children who had asthma? And they went through and they cleared the toxins in their home to see if it would improve their asthma. And they didn't even realize that the chemicals that were coming out of the dishwasher, the dryer sheets, the cleaning products that were used in the home were actually affecting this child's ability to breathe. So it does matter, the products we use in our home, and we don't even realize the toxins that we have around us. So one of the weeks that we're going to be covering this during our 8 weeks is about the toxins and what are some of the other ways and creative ways, and we'll have recipes and learn some ideas of how best we can improve our health by limiting some of those toxins in our home. So in this picture you can see is our family of On Guard. On Guard is a proprietary blend, here's a soft gel here, of oils. Inside of that, wild orange, clove, black pepper, cinnamon, eucalyptus, oregano, rosemary, and melissa oil. Those are some really powerful oils in that blend. And we have that in beadlet form, in oil form, in soft gel, in a throat lozenge. And then we also have that in cleaning concentrate so that you can actually use this in your laundry and in your cleaning. So again, if you're thinking about reducing some of the toxins in your home, and this is an area of concern, then you have products that are available to you from doTERRA. Our Virage skincare line and our anti-aging line are safe products that are toxin-free for our skin. Okay, so this will help and give you ways to make sure of taking care of yourself on a foundational level. So some other fun tips, right? How many of you have a diffuser? How many of you are diffusing every day? Have fun with this. Diffuse something new every day. Here they're giving you a combination of peppermint and wild orange. 2 drops of each. Lavender and breathe are a great one. And I couldn't, of course, not share with you my favorite diffuser blend, especially coming into the spring. If any of you who've ever shopped at the store Anthropology, which is one of my favorite stores, and you kind of go in there and it's got that unique smell, 2 drops of Douglas fir, 3 drops of grapefruit oil, and 2 drops of citrus bliss in a diffuser can recreate that smell of walking into the store. This is showing a picture of our Brevi diffuser, our Petal diffuser, and our Lumo diffuser. And I love diffusing. In fact, there's a diffuser right back here. You can probably see here, that's a Lotus. That's not pictured here. In my children's room, we've got a Lumo, a Petal, and then I've got another Lotus in the kitchen. Smell is a really big deal to me. It actually evokes happiness and it works on an emotional level. The oils will go in through our nose and into our amygdala where we store our emotions. And it's one of the quickest ways to boost your mood is to simply put oils in diffuser. So please don't forget that the power of diffusing oils. Now, another way that we use oils is in a stainless steel metal water bottle or glass. We use that because the oils will break down or actually break down plastics. We never put essential oils in plastic because it actually breaks down on a molecular level. If you haven't been drinking oils, then make sure you maybe start with just 1 or 2 drops because it does vary per taste. People say, well, how many drops do you put in? I'm like, just start small and then increase it after that. And one of the things that I wanted to point out is not all oils are safe for consumption. This is really, really important, especially if you have oils that aren't doTERRA. Please do not internalize essential oils that are not from doTERRA. And then those that are safe to internalize have an FDA supplemental fact. I don't know if you can kind of see that little square. It says supplemental fact. I'm holding red mandarin here actually, and red mandarin is safe for consumption. You can put a little bit on your finger, put it on your tongue. Red mandarin smells fantastic, by the way. And I wanted to share with you one of my very favorite blends to drink in my water bottle. It's very refreshing and it's almost like a little bit of a soda pop, believe it or not. Sometimes I'll put this in a sparkling water. And that, those of you who can't see on the screen, is lime, tangerine, and spearmint. Okay, that combination. And I'll just do 1 or 2 drops of each one of those. And it's very, very refreshing in your water. And of course, the benefits of having those oils internally support you from the inside out. Oh, Melissa, thank you for sharing. Melissa, and those of you who are not on here live or listening on the phone, Melissa Burns shared her favorite diffusing blend right now is 5 drops of bergamot, 2 drops cassia or cinnamon, and 2 drops white fir or Douglas fir. Thanks, Melissa. That was awesome share. Now, when we use oils on children or those people with sensitive skin, it's really important to dilute. We have a carrier oil that is sold through doTERRA. It's $12 a bottle. It's the fractionated coconut oil. It comes in a 4-ounce bottle. It's really easy to use and it doesn't clog your pores. You can make roller bottles yourself and dilute them as such. It's very important to dilute when using these on young children. If anyone gets oils in your eyes or on the skin where it feels hot, you can use that coconut oil or any vegetable oil to dilute. One thing I'm going to caution you, if you do use vegetable oil or olive oil, it doesn't really absorb into the skin. You're going to be kind of greasy, okay? But at least it will lessen the strength of that oil. We have really, really strong oils because what they are is exactly what doTERRA says is in that bottle is exactly that. So if this bottle says frankincense, the only thing in this bottle is frankincense. We use no fillers, no additives, no other toxins. However, in our roller bottles, okay, so this is a Magnolia roller bottle. Magnolia, believe it or not, it's incredible for muscle pain, but it's also a feminine oil that helps and supports like a perfume. But all of our roller bottle oils have been diluted with our coconut oil. People always say, well, can I use jojoba or another oil? I'm like, absolutely, right? If that's something that you like, you can dilute it with that. So when you're looking at this age ratio recommendation, when I am putting oils on infants, I literally will take the coconut oil, puddle it in my hand, and then maybe put 1 or 2 drops of the essential oil that I want to put on that child. You can layer oil safely on children. It's really important to know that. If someone is sick, I will teach you, of course, the Symphony of Cells technique in just a moment of what I do when someone is sick, and you can use multiple oils at the same time. You guys have been really quiet. I want to hear some questions. What questions have you had so far? I really like to make sure that people who are open to taking the Long Life Vitality Challenge know how to take those supplements. So the Long Life Vitality supplements are actually free to try within the first 30 days, whether you've been with doTERRA for 30 days or whether you've been with doTERRA for 3 years. The first time you order our Long Life Vitality supplements, it activates a 30-day challenge. So one of the things I always suggest that people do is that they start slowly, okay? That I like to take the supplements after my meal, just because especially with the Z omegas, which are your omegas and your fish oils and your 9 essential oils, I want to make sure it's partnering with some type of food in my stomach. I usually will start when it says consider starting with 1/4 or 1/2 of a dose for a few days as you build up nutritional support. The reason why we suggest that is, as humans, you might have some toxicities within your body. And when you start taking essential oil vitamins, it starts to kind of detox your body naturally. So people oftentimes have them start with just 1 of each of the 3-pack of vitamins. So 1 Lifelong Vitality VMZ, 1 Z Omega, and 1 CRS. And I'll have them do that for several days. And if they don't feel anything like any headaches or detoxing symptoms, then I'll have them move into 2, right? A full dose is 2 of each supplement taken twice daily. And we recommend taking breakfast at lunch just for convenience. Those are the 2 meals that I usually am pretty regular about, and I will partner my supplements with that. Our supplements come in really cool packages, little packages that you can carry in your purse, or they come in the bottles. Whatever is easier for you. And next week, we're going to talk about why should we have proper supplementation, okay? So taking supplements at the same time every day creates a ritual along meals, and really making sure that you're attaching it to habit to make it part of your routine. Keep them where you see them. I like to save my empty bottles and half them, right? So that I have some upstairs. So if I'm ready to get into bed and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to take my 2nd dose of vitamins, that I am remembering to putting them so they're not, out of sight, out of mind. People always say that. So make sure you have them where you can see them. And the longer you take your supplements, the more experience or the max amount of support that you will get comes over time. Now, I wanted to show you here on your handout that you have a sample wellness box, okay? This is just a sample of products that would allow you to get the free oil of the month. Those of you who are brand new to doTERRA, I don't know if you know, we have a free oil of the month club, okay? So when those who purchase over 125 PV or point value of product from doTERRA qualify for a free oil of the month, and also, of course, free product credits. So this is a really great way to earn a lot of your oils for free. This month, we have 2 new kits for our loyalty rewards customers. One of them is a game changer kit. Inside of this is Copaiba, the peppermint, and the deep blue. And then we have a Sweet Dreams kit that's just focused on all the best products for sleep. Both of those are 30% off, and a great way to help you get the free oil of the month, which is not available for purchase. It's hinokoi. And I might be saying that wrong. It's a Japanese oil that is great for sleep, okay? And one of my very, 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 very favorite products, you guys, is the Slim and Sassy Metabolic Soft Gels. I oftentimes use that for digestion over DigestZen, just because I prefer the taste of the peppermint, the ginger, and the grapefruit over the fennel and the peppermint of the DigestZen. So this is a great way to get you free oils this month. And those of you, it's only like the 6th. If you put in your loyalty rewards order prior to the 15th, then you are going to qualify for the free oil of the month, the Hinakoi, and it's a 5 milliliter Hinakoi. Now, I'm going to show you, those of you who are on here, the simplicity of being able to share these products with other people. At the end of each one of these business or product trainings, we will move into what I call a business training portion that shows you how simple it is to get started with doTERRA. So before we do that, I wanted to share with you a preview of what you're going to learn in one of the weeks. And this is the Symphony of Cells. Now, Symphony of Cells is a treatment. This is a whole booklet that has been developed by Boyd Truman. He is a man with 26 years of practical knowledge of therapeutic essential oils. And he travels around the world teaching people how to use oils specifically in order to treat specific conditions. And I wanted to share with you a very simple technique to help support what I call infectious disease or particular basic protocol. Inside of this protocol is 7 oils. And all of those oils came in your introductory family physician or your healthy starter package. How that works, if you see a little picture of a back and a foot, is that we take 2 to 3 drops of the oils and we apply them to the spine liberally with fractionated coconut oil. And it's really important that you do it in this order. Frankincense first, oregano. Okay, is oregano a hot oil? Will people feel that on their back? Absolutely. So make sure if they do, then put a little bit more coconut oil on there so that it can kind of help dissipate some of that burn. Digestion, lemon, melaleuca, on guard, and peppermint. So those 7 oils to help and support you using the Symphony of Cells. Now, many people think that it's smart to order their products simply by a standard order, and it's not. I want to show you the difference, you guys, between getting into your wholesale membership and just simply placing a standard order versus the loyalty rewards program. Look at all of the benefits you get from being part of the loyalty rewards program, okay? It's like frequent flyer miles, but instead of, you get 10 to 30% back instead of like the usual, what, 2%? It really is the smartest way to stay consistent with your wellness protocol. Especially those of you who are open to supplementing, this is a really great way to earn a lot of products for free. It's also a really great way to try new products. You get to customize your order each month. It rolls over and it sends you an email. It alerts you via text. Hey, your order is coming up, on the 14th. Have you changed things in there? And it allows you to get the free oil of the month. Remember, if you place a 125 PV order before the 15th. So remember, these are really great ways to get what I call wholesale plus 25. Okay, so this is beyond wholesale. So you could earn up to 55% back, okay, in both product credits and discounts from doTERRA. So this is the very smartest way to purchase. In fact, so many people will often say, well, I just order it from a neighbor, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, think of all the benefits she is getting from ordering your products. She's getting 30% kickback and free oils for the opportunity to order your product. So I want to ask you, right? When you experience something really wonderful that's made a difference in your life, okay, we naturally want to share it with other people. And it's really, really easy to do that. And I love to find those within our customers who are looking for a better way, maybe to make a living, maybe to create a balanced life, that are open to sharing these oils with other people. And I love to make sure that people know that it's really simple to share. In fact, we have different levels of actually using doTERRA as a wholesale product. So I'm just going to cover a few basics today that may help you, whether you have started sharing or you've considered it. So the principles are the same in doTERRA, whether it's business or sharing, okay? We use the products, we share the products, and we teach others to do the same. There are 3 ways to share. The first one is what I call the referral partnership. This is a way that you can get free oils, okay? This is for someone who loves the products and is already sharing them with their families and friends, but doesn't want to spend the time signing them up, right? What's really cool about that is you can speak to one of the leaders who enrolled you or myself, and we can talk about what's called a referral partnership. You can refer your friends to your enroller, and you can receive a lot of free oils. So that's a way that you can, of course, earn a lot of free oils. And that second one is one that I like to say, just hook up your friends with the same deal you get. And that's simply by enrolling your friends. This is someone who wants to earn some extra income. I oftentimes say it's someone who's more of like an affiliate with doTERRA. You have a URL, you have your own website that you can shoot anyone a shopping cart of like, hey, you know, I threw a peppermint in the shopping cart for you, just grab it real quick, okay? You can sign up your friends with their own wholesale member account, and you are eligible to earn commissions. That's 20% within the first 60 days of anything that your friends order. And if this is something you're curious about, we teach you how to do this. We teach you how to follow up with them and how to support them. And of course, make sure that they have a membership overview. This is something we feel really, really important about. And the third way to share doTERRA, if this is something that you have really thought about, is doing what I do. One of my very favorite things to do is bring on mentors, to be a mentor and bring on those who I like to apprentice in my business. We get to educate and empower other people to use the oils. And it's really simple, and it's blessed my family in not just health, but in financial ways as well. And I love to help find people who are open to doing what I do. So remember, sharing comes naturally to most all women. We just do. I can't tell you how many times I've been at Costco and saw someone looking at a product that I absolutely loved, and I can't help but walk up there and say, oh my gosh, if you haven't tried it, you're gonna love it. And I'd love to tell them why. So it's really easy to make sure that once you've discovered that you can share these products, it's really easy to do so. So ask yourself, whose lives do you want to change? We ask that you would make a list of those that you'd want to invite to your event. Maybe these are your families, your friends. Maybe you want to do a lunch and learn at your office. Now, you can schedule an event with your upline leader, or you can use the class in the box to support your own presentation. One of the things that I like to make sure is that you write down everyone that comes to mind, and then guess what? We get to give you oils to give those people. And we will teach you through coaching methods how best to share that sample and discover and let that person discover for themselves if that oil works best for them. I always carry samples with me. Okay, you can share a drop of oil that you have in your purse or in your keychain. Some oils that I put in my keychain are wild orange and balance, peppermint, lavender, past tense. In fact, 2 nights ago, we went over to this cowboy grocery store because Brad wanted to buy some cowboy boots. He's going to love that I'm sharing this. And the woman who worked in that particular department was having a migraine. And it was really powerful to be able to reach into my sample case and give her some peppermint. And she said, oh, thank you. I've used this before and I know that it works. Okay. And it's really be able to share, whether you want to share in person or share online, we can help you get set up to do that. Now, we partner with Elise Chedevy. Tomorrow morning, in fact, I get to attend an event downtown at Salt Lake City where Elise Chedevy is teaching the back to basics. How to build this as a business. Elise is a double or a triple doTERRA diamond, and she has gone above and beyond in creating a business with doTERRA. And we use her mentoring processes to help people learn the proven steps to effectively share samples. Now, one thing I want to share and help it and leave with you tonight is that when you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, your community, and ultimately the world. Selling doTERRA is about service, right? I can't sell an essential oil unless I show you and help you believe and experience that these oils work best for you. We share one drop at a time, one person at a time, and we are serving the world with wellness solutions. I love to say I am sharing and benefiting the world on both sides of the bottle. Okay, both sides of the bottle. Those people who are sourcing these products, who are working and with their hands in the ground, planting the best products we have available. And I love to coach those people on the other side of the bottle, those people who are using these for their own health and looking for ways to help their family's health and also their financial wellness. So I never assume that those of you who come to my continuing education are here simply to learn how best to use your oils. I always love to extend the opportunity to enter our mentor program and to learn more about these oils and how to share and teach and educate other people. Now we've come to the end of our class, and tonight was a little bit longer than I had anticipated. Thank you for hanging on. We were about a 45-minute mark. But if any of you have any concerns, I did want to allow you to say, Kathy, and we've got some of my coaches on here, what would you do? Or my girlfriend has, or I have a friend, and it might be you, that is experiencing this pain or this discomfort. What would you do? And we have books, we have apps, we've got our brains. I'd love to open it up and answer your questions. I want to make sure we have all of our panelists open and available here tonight. It's really exciting. I love to make sure we've got additional attendees in here. I'm going to make sure that you're all promoted to panelists, those of you who want to. You can use the chat function to ask. You are welcome to unmute your phone, right, if you'd like. Great. Miss Sarah, 4-year-old, just started having nightmares. What can I do to help her out? So, okay, I have a few ideas, but we're going to look it up in the book, right? Okay. We're going to look this up in the book. And those of you who are on here, go ahead and feel like you want to and tap in there and type in there what you would do to help someone with nightmares. And believe it or not, on page 45, right? Nightmares. And the oil that I first thought of is mentioned here first. Juniper berry. Juniper berry emotionally helps release night terrors, believe it or not. Symphony, let's see, we've got Restful Blend, which is Serenity, Cedarwood, Lavender, and Peace Blend. Years ago, before Peace Blend came out, you could buy what we call the Peaceful Child Blend on the black market. You love it, the black market. People would actually make this blend for people and sell it, like on Etsy, on eBay, and then they actually bottled it up and gave us peace. And don't discount the value of that powerful blend. If someone is having a hard time at night, then you want to make sure that you're giving them tools prior to going to bed, right? And using those oils to help and support them and speak of it. When you put those oils on that child, help build the belief that those oils will support them through the night, right? And hopefully that gives you some ideas. Again, those are oils that I would put topically to a baby's feet. I have had success with that one. Juniper berry is really powerful as well. Also, making sure that even putting it in the diffuser at night would be a really great one. Lavender and juniper berry is a really great combination in the diffuser as well. Renee, awesome. Hello, beautiful Renee. I am Symphony of Cells protocol that you introduced. What do you use it for? Cold flu pain. So in the next few weeks, Boyd Truman introduced that protocol I shared with you at convention as just a general overall basic Symphony of Cells protocol. Myself, for inflammatory, I can share this with you. I don't know if you can see this on the screen. Okay, this is the inflammatory protocol. The inflammatory protocol helps with aches, arthritis, bursitis, cramps, UTI, fever, herniated disc, Hypertension, inflammation, joint pain, lupus, migraine. Can you see how many uses, right? And people are oftentimes like, what are you telling me, that all of those oils will help those? And when you understand that oils actually aren't like medicine that are supposed to go in and target one little thing in one system, that essential oils can cross over all sorts of different systems. They can cross over respiratory, they can cross over hormonal balance, right? And help in several areas. So that Symphony of Cells protocol that I introduced would be just a general one that you could be using with your family physician kit. But this book is available. You can look Symphony of Cells. I believe it's at Aroma Tools and or the Symphony of Cells website. I love the updated ones. Inside of here that we'll be talking about is hormone balance, forgiveness protocol. Okay, this is really, really important. There is a Chi protocol. There is an infectious diseases, a cellular Maxim, which was previously called a cancer protocol. Okay, those are really important things to know that you can help and support yourself in that way. Okay, oregano, I love this. What can I use for facial hair removal on skin? Tired of plucking and waxing. Huh. Does anyone have any ideas? Because I would love to know that one. I have used for after waxing, I have used melaleuca and lavender to help ease the pain of that. But that would be really cool to discover. Okay, Diana, you go ahead and help me with that on the homework. That'd be awesome, right? So a question from Miss Deidre. Oregano. So many benefits, but I cannot stand the lingering aroma. I tried to mask it, but cannot. What to do, please? So one of the ways that you can really benefit from oregano is to take it internally, okay? And I usually do that with a mill so that it doesn't, burp back up and get that oregano taste. But oregano is one of the strongest antivirals that we have. And I agree, that smell is horrendous. I don't diffuse oregano. Usually if I put oregano on, it's on my feet in the rollerball form, and then, socks go on. But one of the things you'll discover is there are unique reasons, like we were just talking about for night terrors. How many of you have used juniper berry before, right? Well, when you have a need for an oil, you're going to want to make sure that you have that oil. I don't know if you know, but juniper berry is incredible for kidney stones. Okay, it's one of the oils that you need to take when you have kidney stones. It's great for UTI, right? The juniper berry. It's really good for cholesterol, taking 1 to 2 drops in a capsule or a pod into the bottom of the feet. Again, I'm just in the Oil Magic book looking at juniper berry just because we had talked about that with night terrors. So why would you need 50 to 60 oils? And I'll tell you that you don't know why today, okay? But in case of a natural disaster, our pharmacies are one of the very first things to empty out. And if you have natural ways to take care of your family, it has 70 to 250 drops in each bottle, and 1 drop of that oil can service every cell in your body. You're going to have tools, and you're going to have, and I'd hope that you would use these not just for life's little emergencies, but for feeding your cells on a daily basis. So one of the things that Celia mentioned was nervous tics, and I want to talk about that a little bit. I want to maybe put that in the regards to what I would say the Tourette's. Tourette's syndrome is someone who has the nervous tics, the kind of the little shakes of that as well. And I know Tourette's syndrome is in this book, and it also has a protocol. One of my customers or clients does suffer from this and has had success with this protocol. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right to the Tourette's protocol. And it talks about the duration of being 1 to 5 years. I always talk about that duration aspect. Why? Because this is something that took years of creating and or is on a neurological level. It needs to be fed on a regular basis. So it is asking for rose, clary, sage, and vetiver Apply a drop to the back of the neck, spine, and bottom of feet 3 times daily. This is one I'd probably make a roller bottle for. It also is telling me to use Focus Blend, which is in tune. That's a really simple oil to use, so you don't have to make your own blend. Maybe start with in tune. And then taking a probiotic complex and or the DDR Prime. DDR Prime stands for DNA damage repair. It has some really powerful oils that work on a neurological level. DDR Prime came out, and we had this most incredible seminar on this particular oil blend. And what stood out for me most was the aspect of what they call the cell apoptosis, which was the ability for these oils to help with the damaged cell die-off. So taking these oils into our body could, of course, destroy a damaged cell from replicating damaged. And when you think about the benefits on a neurological level, on a physical level of being able to destroy damaged cells and release them from our body, that is really powerful to know. So thank you guys. I'm looking forward to next week being able to connect with you again. We are covering next week the supplements. I think I talked to you a little bit about that. We will be going over the nutritional aspects and the supplements that doTERRA has available, and really diving into each one of those. I want you to bring your questions and make sure, and your concerns. I feel very, very strongly about the quality of the Long Life Vitality, and the actual ingredients being in there are perfectly created for that healthy well-being. So thank you for joining me tonight, and God bless you, and I will see you next Monday, same time, same place.